More laughter.
Tama po, tama.
More fun.
Sit here.
Dude, again, just a plug.
More LAC. Only here on INCRadio, Los Angeles. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone tuning in to INC Radio Los Angeles. Today is going to be a very, very exciting day, especially what actually happened last week. So for those that are just tuning in, we thank you so much for taking the time to tune in and to be with us in this in our broadcast for today. My name is Brother Stephen Honorati, coming to you from the local congregation of Santa Clarita. So of course I'm not by myself. I'm here with our lovely co-host with me, Sister Joanna. Ate Jo, how are you?
Hello po, thank you po, Brother Stefan. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all our viewers and listeners. I am Sister Joanna Main Anka from the local of Pasadena, and it is a very, very wonderful day today because, well, they're gonna
What
find
is
out
it?
later, right? So before we go to our main topic, Kuya Tech, if you can play our CFO in action.
CFO in action. Here in the District of Los Angeles County, California, the Christian family organizations continue to hold activities to strengthen, edify, and have the love of the brotherhood. The District of Los Angeles County, California marks its 5th year anniversary by way of a special celebration. Brethren all gathered in the Alex Theater in Glendale, California to commemorate this milestone through a musical celebration entitled INConcert 2024, a tribute and thanksgiving. Brethren and their guests were able to enjoy the musical performances, as well as photo exhibits and video presentations depicting the history of the district and achievements. inspired by the trials and obstacles brethren had to face up until the last few hours of the event, will not only strengthen their faith, but will edify their faith as they continue to believe in, trust in, and rely on what God can do for us. For CFO in Action, in the District of Los Angeles County, California, I am Brother Stefan Hunrade. Wow. Wow. Yeah. So this is why today's a very special broadcast because, just reliving, just looking at just some of those moments, some of those performances, really just kind of went back to last week. To believe it or not, that happened just last week. So it's a very, very special moment. And, here with us is just the cast or some of the performers and the crew that were able to help with us to help in our in concert. So we would like to first wants to introduce our sister AJ Capistrano. And then our brother Ivan Capistrano from the local congregation of Oxnard. So hello to both of you.
Hi.
Hi.
All right.
Hello po. So can you introduce po your name, your look yeah. I mean Brother Stefan already say it. So just a question po, what is your role in the LAC in concert?
Sure. I'll go first. Like Brother Stephen said, I'm Sister AJ Capistrano from Oxnard. I was a performer and I helped with the promotional material for this event.
Oh, my brother Ivan Capistrano. I kind of helped with directing the show, getting performers, and just kind of putting it together, I guess. That's also from Oxnard as well.
Wow, thank you po. So next question po is, what was the preparation like leading up to the day of the event? So let's go start with Kuya Ivan.
Thanks, Joe. We started our plans even in the middle of January. The moment that we found out that our district minister wanted to do a very special Thanksgiving tribute for God's blessings for our district, because it is also a celebration of our 50th year anniversary for the local for the district of Los Angeles County, California. So the moment that we heard that he wanted to do an in concert, we kind of rallied the true brother Steph and I, sister AJ. We kind of reached out to everybody who can hold a note, who can dance on beat, anybody who was interested in performing. We immediately kind of reached out because we wanted to make sure that if we were going to put a concert on, it's going to be not only important for the performers, but also important for the brethren, so that they can really understand that this is for God. This is a performance that we want to offer as our Thanksgiving for the many blessings that He's given to our district. So that started even the beginning of January. We had some of the officers kind of get together, have some meetings to put just lay out a plan for the actual activity, and then with that, our brother Mark Moranco also jumped who's now in the district of Central Valley, California, but we know is also a host for INCRadio. He was also a big help. He jumped on and kind of got everybody together to really galvanize us to really start planning for the event. Along with him and our district CFO advisor, Brother Pierre Perez, they kind of got all of us together to really finalize and hammer out all the plans. And then from there, it's just rehearsals. A lot of struggles with trying to get everybody together. But, after the first rehearsal and then the word of mouth, all the brethren who attended that first one, they go like, this is actually really fun. So the more brethren came every single week, we saw that there's a bigger wave of brethren. And unfortunately for those who had plans, every single weekend was taken in the month of January and February. But for the very most part, like I said, every rehearsal, there was a lot of joy, there was a lot of happiness, a lot of music, lots of dancing. And that really electrified the brethren and really inspired them to not only invite their guests, but invite more performers to join us. So every weekend was taken. We used every single inch of Eagle Rock and LA Chapel to rehearse and find spaces for each of these little events, because there was an orchestra, there were 2 bands, there were 100 other performers
And dancers.
yeah, that we shared stage with. So it was over 110 performers in total for the entire program. So we need to find every little corner to prepare every performance. So that was leading up to the actual event, and then 2 weeks before, obviously we started our panata, our vow prayers, and that was the biggest help. That really got everybody together, got everybody on the same page, and we were also blessed to have different ministers um, uh, lead each vow prayer, and with that, they gave us a very special message, of course, from the Bible, special messages from the church administration, just to remind us to stay focused and to stay humble and always just work to perfect the performances to run to our Almighty God. And then all that led up to the day of that was the preparation. There's a lot of stress that went with that. I'll talk about that later, but those are the general preparations that we kind of went through for the actual activity.
Wow, thank you so much for that, Kuya Ivan. I know the preparation and up to leading to the day of the performances and for the event. I know it's very, very, very big. And of course, I would like to ask also at AJ. So, what was one of your favorite moments or performances in concert?
Well, we did this thing the night of. We thought about, our favorite performance that we were in and we were not in, just so that we can, reflect on the night as a whole. So one of my favorite performances that I was in was "I Have You," and it was, the whole bunch of Eagle Rock brethren, and then they invited some of us not from Eagle Rock to perform. So it was singing and dancing. It was like the greatest experience. And then a performance that I also did like was God Makes Miracles, which is mostly like maybe like 98% dance, but then there was hip hop and rap, which is something that we don't normally do or perform. So it was really great to see. So shout out to Sister Lacella, Brother Azen, and Brother Raj from CBC.
Wow, I know I was there, so I can really say it was really perfect for me, okay? So
That is great.
I was really enjoying the show. And before we go to all the questions that we have for our two guests, so Kuya Tech, we will have our short break. So everyone stay tuned and we will be right back. Kuya Tech, take it away.
You are listening to Iglesia ni Cristo Radio, the voice of truth.
When was the last time you made someone smile? When was the last time you made friends with others?
Yes, please. Hi, this is Amaya. Hello, Amaya. Let's play together.
Include, invite, befriend. A small gesture of friendship can make someone's day. A message from INCRadio Mountain State Satellite Studio.
All right, so welcome back to our broadcast for today. So just like actually before we went on break, we were just sharing all the stories, about the preparation all up until the day of the event. But before we continue on our discussion for today, we would just like to read some quick YouTube comments from our team live chat. There's a lot of comments, so thank you, brethren, for tuning in. First, we want to get a quick shout out to Kaani Kanlas. He says happy listening, but from the local Eagle Rock. And then we have our Christian Rhoda. Hello po INC Radio hello po INC Radio Los Angeles. And then Sister Jenny Fatura, she says hello po, happy viewing, listening from hashtag Eagle Rock. Ka Andrew Macadending, he says hello po, so excited for today's broadcast from hashtag San Fernando Valley. Sister Sophia, Granada. She says happy viewing from the local of Eagle Rock. Shout out to her her performance. She was also included in the performance, so great job to her too as well. Our brother Ed, our our multimedia director, he says excited to relive our in concert happy viewing from the local Santa Clarita. Kamark Manuel, he says happy Saturday LAC from hashtag Los Angeles. Ate Jo, is there any other comments as well? Oh, you're muted.
I'm sorry. So there are a lot of comments, and I can see that some of them, or majority of them, are the performers or cast and crew for the in concert. And also, we would like to shout out to Kapir Perez. Hello po, and congratulations, in concert crew. And of course, we also have Bon Factura. Happy viewing, everyone, from hashtag Eagle Rack. And of course, we also have JD, yes, it was a truly blessed experience to be part of the In Concert. So thank you so much, Paul Brethren, for continuing to support In Concert and to INC Radio. So
Yes.
let's go back to our questions. Are you excited?
And then
I'm
so
excited.
lastly before we go back to our main discussion, shout out, this is from Alvin Cruz. He says hello po from Northridge local, and shout out to the Faith Band.
Yeah.
Woo!
The Faith Band. Yeah, so shout out to them. They were an awesome band, and again, definitely, more performances from them in the future because they were awesome. So thank you both to everyone that's been tuning in. So continue to drop in your comments. All right. So as we continue on our discussion about in concert, I know I know Brother Ivan actually mentioned about the challenges. Um, so what were some of the challenges we faced, and how did we overcome them?
Some. I'm just
Some.
kidding.
Kuya.
I should say.
No, I mean with any large production, right? There's definitely challenges that occur. Specifically for this one, uh, we had a venue at first, and that was just spoiler alert, that was the issue throughout the entire thing. We had a venue at the Alex Theater, not sponsored, but the Alex Theater in Glendale. We had a vision. That's where we wanted to we wanted to have this event. It's a really nice theater. It means a lot to our district, but also it's where we wanted to. We had our mindset on that place. But lo and behold, there were some budgetary issues that did not allow us to secure that venue. So we were asked to move on. We found another venue in Ventura, but then that wasn't really suitable for what we wanted to do. So we looked at a couple of more places, and we figured, okay, Monrovia High School, the uh, something Taylor something theater. That's where we said we had the contract. We finalized everything. We did all the hoops that they had to jump through. And we even talked to the principal. We talked to the stage manager, with whom our brother Bong. Shout out to Kuy Bong Valentin, who's the man. If you don't know him, you probably know him. He's probably be in your district, whatever district you're watching from. He's kind of the tech guru of the church. So he kind of goes around different districts, different chapels, setting up their sound, even helping with their lights, that kind of stuff. But he was a really big help with this event as well. He was the main audio tech person for this event, but he kind of also locked it down by talking to everybody who's involved, because his children actually go to that school. So it was like, oh, it's even easier for us to do that. So we were locked in. We printed all the promos and everything. Anya Taylor Joy High School, I forgot what it was. So whatever the auditorium was there, we locked it in, and we passed all the promos and everything. And then the Friday before the actual activity, the stage manager, who was the only person who could help us on that day, actually had an emergency. Had an emergency and had to leave California, and the school district reached out to us saying, we have to cancel your contract with the venue. So we're like, huh. Okay, that's perfect. That's a perfect plan. Wonderful. But as we said before, we are blessed with such faithful and humble, but mostly decisive and powerful spiritual leaders in our district. That's shout out to Capier Perez, Brother Andrew Makadengdeng, but also especially our district supervisor minister, Brother June Pelon. He immediately, when they found out the news, immediately they sent a mass text to everybody who's involved with the event, saying, "We found out at 11:30 at noon." The message goes out saying, "Everyone log on right now. We're gonna have an emergency vow prayer for this event." So at 1 o'clock. There's only a handful of us who knew the news, like me, Brother Stefan, because Brother Stefan was also instrumental in looking for venues. So there's just a handful of us who really knew what was going on. So we logged on 1 o'clock, and Kajun had to break that hard news that we don't have a venue. We have everything ready except for the place where we're actually going to go. Um, so we said the devotional prayer. All of us prayed, and then right after that, from what I understand, Kajun tasks Brother Pierre, said, "Go find another venue. This is how much money we have to spend now. So this go find the venue on this very minimal amount of money." Which, if you're in LA, you should know that it costs an astronomical amount of money just to rent for an hour any theater, even like a movie theater. It's super expensive. So for the budget that he was asking for, it is impossible. There's no place in LA that would make money off of what we're asking for. And Pierre Kajun said, "What if we ask the Alex again? What if we just go there and see what happens?" And that was the first instinct. It's where we wanted it first. Maybe this is what God wants for us in the first place, or in the last place as well. So we all met. Like I said, the message went at 11:30. We found 11:30. The panata was set at noon. The panata was at 1. We all met at the venue at 1:30. So that's how quickly everything went. So we also want to shout out everybody who went there, Brother Stefan, Capier, Sister Liza, of course Kuyubong, who again very helpful for the entire thing. But it was just clear that God was with us. Like there was like we knew it was impossible. We knew that it was paltry what we were asking for, but we all went there saying, "No, this is it. Like this is it. We have no choice. This is where we have to go." So we went there. We met with Miles. Shout out to Miles if he's here, um, who is like the house manager of the Alex Theater. We went there and we kind of just we laid out our case. Like we let them know, hey, this place is special to us. This is a place where we want it. We don't want to have it anywhere else. This is a very very special event for us. It's our 5th anniversary of our district, and also we don't have much to give to you, and we know what we said we know what we're asking is impossible, but we prayed for this and this is what we're asking. And he said, "Yeah, okay." Like all of us were in the backstage like so God is that's where God wanted us to be. That's where God needed us to be. We'll talk a little bit more why why that is, why Alex Theater is so special to us, but it's just the journey from having it to be our first instinct of wanting to be there to God saying, "Well, let's test you guys a little bit more. Let's see how badly you want to work for all this." And then, we had to weave around all through Southern California just to find a venue, and just to know that it's exactly where we wanted in the first place is exactly also where God wanted us to be. There's no doubt that it was the hand of God, not only giving us the blessing, but also pushing us and challenging us to really focus on making sure that this event is as good as possible. He wouldn't settle for less, even though we kind of we were willing to settle for a lesser venue, but God would not settle for less. He said, "You need to. This is where we want it, but you need to work to get there." So it was clearly God just pushing us forward and making sure that we were willing to work for whatever Thanksgiving we wanted to give to Him.
Oh wow, that was really the roller coaster that we went
Yes.
through to this event. So I just want to follow up question po kuya. So for you po, no, I mean I can ask Ate AJ na lang. So for you po Ate, what is the significance, or why is it significant that we are holding this activity in the Alex Theater? So again, everyone, this is not sponsored, okay? So
Yes, thank you, Ate Jo. So, um, like Brother Ivan said, it's significant that we really wanted the Alex Theater for our venue, because when we were first starting off as a district back in 2019, we had our first big activity there, the In Center stage, where we put on a stage play. And so we wanted to, as a tribute, to go back to that same place to kind of just reflect and, be thankful that we were able to be there once. Hopefully we can do it again. So that's why we were really excited, and we really wanted that to be our venue. But things happen. It worked out the way that it did. Thank you to God. And just the reason that it's so special for us to want to be there is because a lot of the brethren that were in concert were also in center stage. So we saw them. Their sister Bianca from, I think she's from Pasadena, she was one of the main stars. She was like this small, and now she's up here, she's soloing, she's like doing all these things. And that's just what we wanted. It's just really amazing to be able to see the district's growth in such a small amount of time. Like we went through COVID and everything, so we haven't had a lot of big activities, but to have our two big activities there, it was just amazing.
Oh, wow. I think that was really I wasn't there on the first event, but I'm so glad that I am part. At least I'm with the audience for this in concert. So, in what ways has participating in this event strengthened your bonds with fellow brethren and your faith?
Yeah, so I was talking to Brother Ivan about this question before. So there's like LAC, we're kind of smallish. I think we're small. I don't know. But everyone knows everyone. And so the brethren that we were seeing at rehearsals, seeing at preparations and stuff, like we know them. But actually being with them every weekend for almost 2 months and building that particular bond. Shout out to our brethren and our friends from Eagle Rock. Just being with them, it just strengthened us even more. And I hope that the brethren that were participating and also the brethren that were in the audience, they see how strongly we love each other and how strongly we love to be together, and they'll want to join us in the future. So if anyone is interested for our next activities, you know who to call.
Me.
Johnny, you can join
Yes.
us.
Next time I'm gonna include myself. Okay, I'm gonna
Yes,
sign up.
Yes.
please. Please, we need you.
Oh wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kuya Ivan and at AJ. Brother Stefan, do you have any follow-up questions, or do you have any shout outs?
No, yeah, actually, yeah. Just a quick shout out to the local congregation of Eagle Rock and the local congregation of Los Angeles. We literally like took every corner, every possible way to literally cram all the performers in a rehearsal. So shout out to them, and also to the food community that they were able to feed us performers and the cast and crew. Shout out to Tess, and to everyone that has pulled all the resources in making this event possible, because we cannot thank you so much for all the hard work and the sacrifice that they had to make in making this event possible. So thank you so much. And again, yeah, this is really, I'm about to cry again.
I know, me too. I was crying too. But you said
Oh
it was okay to
no.
cry, so
It's truly it's truly it really is a God, it really is a miracle, because to have this event, to have all the obstacles that we went through, and to have it, have God to steer it back to Alex Theater, comes full circle. And just like what Sister AJ said, just mentioning, like, for example, like Sister Bianca, she was small when she was performing up for in center stage, and then now to have her back in sharing the same stage, and dancing now, it just makes my heart really warm, because it means so much to the other performers, coming back. And and for example, like, I'm not sure if Brother Ivan, you said this, but when we were back there, all we could say was, we're home. we're definitely home. And it's a very, very again, God is so good, because it really, it's a true testament to, if we put all our trust, all our hope, and we truly believe in our Almighty God, He will definitely bless us, with all of our requests. So again, thank you so much to everyone that's tuning in, that have been tuning in, and we hope, in our next future projects, like for example, like our In Cinema projects, our all the other projects of the District of Los Angeles County, California. We hope that you can to come with us and to be part of this wonderful family. And we definitely share our experiences with you, and we welcome you to all of our projects. All right, so thank you so much. And at the Joe, do you have any our special thank yous before we close?
Yes, thank you so much again to our guests, Kuya Ivan and Ate AJ Abistrano. Thank you to our listeners and viewers, our executive producer, Brother Manuel Andaya, to all our ministers and resident workers of ALAC, and to our station manager, Brother Arnel Solano, our Subsea CEO, CFO coordinator, Brother Angelo Arano Manalo, and of course to our executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. Thank you so much po. And once again, more laughter, more fun, more LAC. Thank you
LAC.
so much. See you
Thank
next
you.
week.
Papansin, tingnan mo ang kalagayan natin. Sa dinami-rami ng problema, buhay pa rin. Makita ang ngiti sa iyong mga labi. May Diyos tayo na handang